goddess of the wrath of Achilles. The story you are about to hear is one of the oldest of soldiers' tales. It is a story of honor and infidelity, of devotion and betrayal, and of love and war. It is a story of families and individuals and the tragic consequence of a single act. Its themes are universal.
Our story takes place in the ancient Greek Aegean around 1500 BC. The gods and goddesses are celebrating the wedding of the goddess Thetis to the mortal Peleus. Unfortunately, the goddess Strife has been left off the guest list, and in anger, she spoils the wedding by throwing a golden apple into the crowd. Engraved on the apple are the words, "To the fairest." Of course, all of the goddesses claim it, and the task of deciding falls to Zeus, who, unwillingly to get into the middle of the argument, recalls a story he heard of a mortal named Paris who lived on Mount Ida near Troy and was the most fair-minded of mortals. He sends for him.
Now, Paris, born of the king and queen of Troy, what is your judgment? Before you stand Hera, queen of the gods, Athena, goddess of wisdom, and Aphrodite, the goddess of love. All are fair. Never have I seen such beauty. It is too difficult to decide.
Gentle Paris, behold the depth of my character, the fidelity to my family. My cheek is as a rose, delicate and fair root. Am I not the fairest? Say yes, and I will grant you a happy hope.
Strong Paris, behold my strength and my friendship. Behold the curve of my sword arm. On my shoulder the arrow, a symbol before my wisdom. Am I not the service? Say yes, and I will grant you great power.
Fair Paris, behold, judge me the fairest, and I will give you the most beautiful woman in the world.
Paris bows before her and sets the golden apple at her feet. Aphrodite appears to Paris, having just washed her long hair in the river Scamander. Her tresses are a halo of golden highlights. He is awestruck.
She, Aphrodite, is the fairest of the goddesses. That is my judgment.
Hera and Athena are enraged and storm out of the wedding.
Whether you go, young man, beware, as you have angered the goddesses. But for now, the fairest will guide you to the prize, the most beautiful woman in the world, Helen of Sparta.
Paris is taken to the house of Sparta, where he is treated with great hospitality by the king Menelaus and looked on with loving eyes by the queen Helen. Late one night, Paris and Helen flee the kingdom and sail for Troy, infuriating Menelaus.
Greek leaders from neighboring kingdoms assemble in Mycenae, the home of Menelaus's brother Agamemnon and his wife Clytemnestra. Their purpose, to sail to Troy and demand the return of Helen. Many of the men had been Helen's suitors before her father chose Menelaus to be his daughter's husband. Fearing they will rise up against him, Menelaus makes them swear to defend her from any harm. At Aulis along the coast, the Greeks try to sail for Troy, but because of an insult to the goddess Artemis, they lose a third of their fleet to raging coastal storms sent by her in anger. A seer is consulted, and the Greek leaders learn that only the sacrifice of Agamemnon's daughter will appease the goddess.
Leaders of allied kingdom, you have come to honor the oath given to my wife on her betrothal to me, that you will defend her marriage vow, because she was stolen from my own home. You must go to Troy to retrieve her. If weren't because of this ring, we have already been there, How many miles have we traveled? By land, by sea, we've gotten nowhere.
I will defend my oath, but the goddess of wrath overpowers us.
Perhaps we had best go no further. My wife, Penelope, yearns for her protector, and my young son, Telemachus, his father.
I am ready to fight. I would defend my oath to the death. My honor cannot be restored until Helen is returned to you with my help.
I will follow my friend Achilles to the death if need be.
Gentlemen, my wife cannot take the string.
My daughter Iphigenia will not go like a lamb to the slaughter. I understand your distress over the loss of your wife Menelaus. That she is my sister and makes my heart rage vengeance also, but not by the sacrifice of a daughter.
Woman, the decision must be made by me in consultation with the audience. Your feelings cannot be taken into account.
Although he doesn't show it because of his unsuccessful attempts to launch the ships, Agamemnon's mind is made up. He has heard murmurings of discontent and talk of installing Achilles as their leader.
Guards, bring my daughter Iphigenia.
The Greek forces get their fair wind for Troy, but once on the shores of Ilium, they are faced with the great walls of the city itself. For 10 years the Greeks lay siege, but they cannot breach the walls of Troy.
Their encampment on the beach is full of discontent. Soldiers fan out into the countryside and up and down the coast, burning and looting neighboring villages.
Look at the gold village, divided up by ducks. No despise me, daughter of a priest, He truly strong, and we are chosen.
Speak, what are your names?
I am Mercedes, daughter of Priest of Hi, I'm Chrysalis, daughter of Princess, Priest of Apollo.
I understand you have been raiding the villages. Apollo has been angered, and it's raining paint, thief, arrows, and swords. I have been forced to give up fair to Zeus, in the hopes that Apollo will spare us more misery. As a leader, I command you to give me this girl, Theseus, to make up for my loss. Deliver her to my tent immediately. The rest of you, get some sleep. At dawn, there will be a fresh assault in the walls of Troy.
I will not give up, Odysseus. I have grown fond of it.
There are others.
Dear friend, you must obey your commanding officer.
Perhaps, by some clever scheme, we might win her back.
You can take her by force. No good can come of this division, and trickery can turn deadly. Bring her to Agamemnon's palace, but he will pay for this. I refuse to fight, and when the others learn of it, they will not fight. And what chance will you have then?
Achilles' refusal to fight fuels the discord of the Greek forces, and Agamemnon is unable to lead them. The war is at a standstill.
Atop the walls of Troy, King Priam, Queen Hecuba, and the royal family look with suspicion from the palace battlements.
I can't understand. It's been days since the last attack. Perhaps our defense is wearing them down at last. When will the next attack?
Many women have lost sons, husbands, and fathers. Our people are suffering. Perhaps the gods are merciful. Helen, don't look so pale.
Paleness does not reflect her beauty. Our people are willing to die to be in her presence and possess her.
Just then, Hector, Prince of Troy, rushes up to them. A look of concern flashes across Andromache's weary face.
Hector, my dear husband, why do you put on your helmet? It makes our son look upon you in horror. Take it off.
Father, you speak too soon. The rounds of Achilles are leading forces to our gates. Andromache, I will do as you ask, but only to say farewell. I will meet Achilles to stop this feud in our homeland.
Hector removes his helmet and embraces his son and his wife.
From the battlement, they watch.
A short time later, Hector returns, carrying Achilles' armor.
Father, behold, the arm of Achilles. But the man I killed was not Achilles. What could this mean?
Achilles, who had been brooding in his tent, discovers his armor missing.
Just then, Ajax and Odysseus run in, bloody and disheveled.
We also thought you were leading us to the gate, and we followed you and saw you struck dead. But it wasn't you. Beneath your armor was Patroclus.
What? My best friend? Slain? Who's responsible?
Prince Hector, the son of King Priam and Paris' brother.
Achilles runs out of his tent, not to the gates of Troy, but to the shore where he calls to his mother, the sea goddess Thetis, for help.
Thetis commands that new armor be made for her son by Hephaestus, the god of fire and metal. Achilles' new armor is impervious to weapons of any kind. With it, he runs out into the battlefield.
Hector sees the new armor and hears Achilles call to him. He kisses his wife and baby and meets Achilles at the gates.
You must pay for the murder of my best friend, Patroclus. He was honest and good, and you must die.
My eyes were deceived.
Prepare yourself.
They fight.
And Hector is overcome. He falls, and from the ramparts comes a wailing from the women of Troy.
To the astonishment of all, Achilles ties Hector to his chariot and drags his body around and around the outer walls of Troy.